Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic, I'll be talking about 10 habits that make my life more organized. For me personally, I find keeping these 10 habits in my life keep me more organized. I can use them daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and even when I fall off the bandwagon, I know these habits are in place and they can really pull everything back together and help my life run a lot more smoother and a lot more how I prefer. So I'd really like to share these with you today to help anyone that is in a funk, fallen off a bandwagon, or maybe want to try some new tools into their habits that they already have. And hopefully by sharing some of these, I can really help you improve a more organized lifestyle. So first off, I'd like to talk about keeping a diary. Now, I know this is quite a basic thing for anyone to have, but keeping a diary will keep you organized by putting in future appointments, future dates, birthdays, celebrations. I even put in my work hours. I put everything into my diary. That way I know whether I'm coming, I'm going. If someone asks, do you want to do something? I already know what is happening in my schedule. Next up, budgeting. I love to budget. I love to look at my money. I love to see where it's going. I love to see what I can do with it, how far I can stretch it. I feel that being passionate and looking after your money and your budget will make your life feel so much more organized. Then you know if you've got money to get your hair done, whether to buy a new outfit, whether you can go on a holiday, how much you can spend on a gift for someone. I even put aside a certain amount of money for my groceries each week. I literally know what is happening and when it's happening, and it just makes my life so much more organized, because then I know that I won't fall into a situation where I'm stuck financially and don't know what's happening. And that in return just makes my life so much more organized. So the way that I would plan out my budget is I have my December budget here. I've just got a blank one. Obviously, finances are quite personal, person to person, but I'll put my fixed expenses in here, like rent, groceries, electricity, school fees, Netflix, anything that is a fixed expense each month and doesn't change. Over here will be my variable expenses, so like takeaway, movies, or entertainment, things like that will go over in the variable expenses. In income, I always pop my husband and our incomes in here, and then down the bottom I'll calculate how much I end up with savings. The only thing that I probably do different in here is my savings is actually in my fixed expenses. I feel like it's so important to pay yourself first. So my savings I'll add that up at the end. And that's the main one that I do like to look at. Now, my next tip that I'm going to share is one that I don't really enjoy doing, but I love when it's done. I do 3 monthly deep cleans of my house. So in that, I pretty much clean under all my furniture. I open every cupboard, every drawer. I go through every item. I make piles. I have rubbish, donate, keep, and I'll either remake places in the house for things to go and just do a real good deep clean, declutter, get anything out that's not needed, not necessary in my life anymore. And I just feel so much lighter. I feel so much better, and it's something that I do at the beginning of every single season, and it works well. Next habit I want to talk about is a weekly reset. So my weekly reset is either done on a Saturday or a Sunday, depending on what plans I already have in place. And in my weekly reset, change the beds, wipe all the surfaces, vacuum, clean, buy the groceries, wipe the cupboard out, and get all the washing away. Next habit that really works well is a digital clear out. So I feel like decluttering your phone and your computer can really help you feel a lot more organized. So things I do is, say I text my husband constantly. I would love to keep every text message I've ever sent him, he's ever written back to me, but I just clear that, clean up my data, go through my text messages, go through my contacts, delete any contacts I need to, get my emails all up to date, make sure all my notifications are read and actioned. Just keeping my phone digitally clean really makes me feel more organized, because in return, it decreases that clutter. And in modern times, we do spend so much more time on our phones. And I think just having not so much information coming through to us constantly can make us feel calmer, more relaxed, which is in return feeling more organized. And that's exactly what we want. The next habit that keeps me really organized is pre-planning holidays and leave. My husband and I both do work for companies where we need to put in our leave, and sort of, you know, we've got other co-workers too that we need to try and work around. So I love to really pre-plan my leave like at least 12 months in advance. I know those things can change, but at least if we go on and you can do, you know, book a hotel with $0 cancellation fee, you've got something booked, planned, something to look forward to, and at least you know that they're already booked and set into your routine. And then you and your partner, your family can sort of have that time off together, and there's no stress within that planning. But also I do like a last minute vacation. Not that that happens with kids anymore, but definitely pre-planning my leave and my holidays and booking that in. Now, the next habit I feel is such a mum habit. This is something I'm always drilling into my family, to myself, my husband, and my kids. Just pick up as you go. You grab a drink, you drink it, put the cup away. So just clean as you go, or just make your life more organized, because when you get to your weekly reset, there's just less to deal with. So you go in the shower, put your dirty clothes in the basket. You sit down and you're reading a few books or writing in a notebook. Once you finish, put those back to where they go. If everything has an allocated spot, as soon as you finish with it, you can put it away, and you're just going to feel so much more organized and just more clearer and free. Now, the next habit involves food. Who doesn't love food? So I love to do a weekly grocery shop. So pretty much in my weekly grocery shop, I've come into a good habit. So it did take a little bit of time. So as a family of 4, I've got growing kids. It needs to be adjusted and changed over time. I change it season to season, but I feel like I've got into a pretty good groove where I can write my weekly list, and I pretty much go on a Saturday or a Sunday. I buy the groceries for the week, and I only need to pop out maybe once or twice just for a few little top-ups. But that's another great way to save money too, is do your weekly shop. You feel more organized, you've got the food in the cupboard, and you make do with what you've got and try and make it stretch. The only thing I really pop out again for is like bread, milk, and fruit or veg if we need a little top up through the week. But definitely sticking to your weekly grocery shop will definitely make your life more organized, and it will free up your time as well. Now, I think fashion, clothing in general can be something that can make a lot of people feel really happy, but also quite flustered. I feel if we have too much going on in our wardrobes, it makes it, you know, it takes it longer to get ready in the morning. You can feel more flustered. You're trying on this, you're trying on that. So the way that I stay more organized is keeping quite a minimal wardrobe. I like to have a few little colorful bits and pieces. Like I've got, you know, my bright colorful t-shirts that I love, but I keep quite a basic wardrobe that if I was to grab anything, things would all go together. Sort of, I am building on having a capsule wardrobe, but just keeping a minimal wardrobe and rotating as the seasons go. So I take all the winter stuff out. Each season I'm rotating, and I actually put them in airbags, in a cupboard, in my laundry, away, and I don't have to get them mixed up into my daily routine. This just makes my life so much more organized. I know everything fits. I know that everything's going to go together, and it's suitable for the season that is at hand. So keeping a minimal wardrobe and rotating often, I love it. The last habit that keeps my life organized is booking appointments ahead of time. So dental appointments, my family and I, we go every 6 months. So as soon as I finish the appointment, I book the next one, pop it in my diary. My daughter has a specialist appointment she goes to. I book that one in. When she's finished that appointment, I book the next one in, pop it in my diary. I find by pre-booking all the appointments that we need, life just works a lot smoother. My son, his hair grows like a weed. It just does not stop. So I book his hair appointments every 3 to 4 weeks throughout the whole year. So at the end of the year with my hairdresser, we sit there and we book every appointment until the next 12 months. And that way it's all organized. For myself, I book my hair every like 10 to 12 weeks. I'll book it in, it's pre-planned, it's pre-done. I know that it's there and it's something to always look forward to. Little pamper sesh that I've pre-booked and preset for myself. Now these 10 habits are actually quite easy to work into your daily life. I feel that none of them are really that complicated. You can have your own take on all of them. I think even trying to implement a couple of them or adding them on as you go, it's definitely helped my family and our lifestyle run a lot smoother. And I feel like I don't have as many things piling up on me and as many things to worry about. Definitely, I know with a family, you know, sickness happens. I've definitely been suffering with a few health issues myself, and just having these set in stone where the whole family knows about it, at least the next person knows where to pick up, and it just keeps everything running more smoothly within the household. So thanks for listening to my video today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be doing some more videos on habits that help me stay more organized, a bit of lifestyle, fitness and vlogging. So thanks for listening and see you later, guys.